Are we okay on the sound check for Facebook? The live. Oh, wait. So I think we're live there now on YouTube, and I think we're good to go on Facebook. Just going to give YouTube 1 second. Just waiting for one line to go red here. Yeah, I think that's us. I think we're good to go on both. Yeah, happy Saturday evening to everyone. Just a very quick video because there's quite a lot happening at the moment. And obviously, most importantly, we want to give you an update into James Flynn's detention. As of today, the 22nd of March, James Flynn is still incarcerated in prison in the Republic of Ireland, despite being acquitted of every point on the extradition warrant from which he was extradited from the UK back to Ireland. Now, we did come on the points in the previous live, and I will get down to making video and fully detail all the points within the extradition warrant and how they were, again, tarnished, embellished, and curated to make a certain narrative by the Irish authorities. I don't think we can reiterate enough. James Flynn is a free man. He's been acquitted of all charges now on Monday week, so we're into nearly 2 weeks ago, and he still remains in an Irish prison, as I say. On Tuesday, Judge McCarthy, there actually was a sort of a bit of a hoo-ha and a bit of a hullabaloo in the courtroom because everyone had left the courtroom after James had been remanded, but the judges hadn't done it officially. So with a lot of to do and the officials running about, the court officials running around, all the relevant people were brought back to into the courtroom to remand James. Justice McCarthy could not find a reason or a law to hold James Flynn. He muffled, he fumbled, he grumbled, and almost made the situation about him that they've never had to deal with anything like this before, and probably rightly so, that the Irish judicial system should definitely not be detaining someone and imprisoning a young man who has been acquitted of all the crimes from which he was brought before the court. So that's where we are at James. I just thought I'd give you an update on that. But a lot's been happening behind the scenes. And I think we have a gentleman. What's his name, Caroline? Delaney, is it? Damien Delaney. Yeah, he was asking about Aaron's intimidation case. Once again, I know we've sent you a lot of information, Mr. Delaney, but it helps us. You're very, very helpful to keep bringing it back, and so we can highlight it and show exactly what's happening. Because yesterday, Aaron was up for mention in the Central Criminal Court and kicked the can down the road again with the tendency to pervert the course of justice with Ronan Flynn. Now, we've had some very useful information passed over to us by sources fairly close to the prosecution in Dublin, and in relation to Ronan Flynn. And what we will have to show you now is we will have the statements from the people who were in the public bar the night Ronan Flynn and his father, Raymond, attacked Tommy Eccles. So we have all those statements now, which is very useful, and it gives some meat to the bones of the story we are showing you. Not that we shouldn't have to do that. It's quite disturbing when you read Tommy Eccles' statement that Ronan actually hit him with a glass bottle after Ronan's father, it appears, allegedly by Mr. Eccles, that Ronan's father had hit him with a pool ball, and very extensive injuries and a lot of follow-up in the consultancy, I think in the matter, in relation to some reconstruction of his face. So that's all very important, and it'll bring us through to the reasons why Tommy Eccles may have dropped his charges or dropped his complaint against Ronan Flynn. So it's all very, very important. Now, in some of the documentation, we were also given some excellent documents highlighting very specific details of the people who are involved in the more than robbery at Lordship Credit Union. Very detailed, and lo and behold, they were correlated and put together by our old friend, Mr. Ed McGooey. Now, those of you who are new viewers to Aaron's channel here and Aaron's social media pages, the campaign, Mr. McGooey was a private analyst, or he's a lay Garda, I think is the term used for him. He's a lay Garda, and he was involved in correlating analytics, i.e. phone data, and or other correlating other little bits of information, much of which Ed McGooey told lies about under oath in court, which we have shown. But Ed McGooey seems to have disappeared then when it came to James Flynn and Brendan Trainor's trial. Mr. McGooey had disappeared. Indeed, Inspector Mark Phillips, when questioned about him, couldn't even remember his name. And that may be for the reason is Ed McGooey is from Abbeyshrew, which I believe is in County Longford, and he owns Abbeyshrew Airport, an airport where it has been determined by the Irish authorities, and I do believe police forces in Europe, that Ed McGooey's airport was very heavily involved in the importation of vast quantities, millions of euros worth of cocaine brought in to our island to poison our children. And Mr. McGooey, unfortunately, wasn't available to produce and give details of the analytics he created during the course of James Flynn and Brendan Trainor's trial. It was that job was taken over by Detective Mac Phillips. So we have this very, very vital information that shows clearly, and we have shown it clearly again, but this has to stop. When you see these documents, and I correlate them properly, and we'll show them to you hopefully in the next day or so, you will see clearly that An Garda Síochána knew from day one that Aaron Brady could not have been the man who shot and murdered Detective Garda Adrian Donohoe. So that's the information we have. We're going to be able to show you a lot more information on the Ronan Flynn saga, and we have more information and voice recordings and text messages from Ronan Flynn confirming that it was An Garda Síochána that intimidated him. And Mr. Delaney will be absolutely delighted to know that we have voice recordings from Ronan Flynn's father that will confirm that the Bradys never intimidated anyone. And we have text messages from Ronan Flynn's mother that the Bradys had nothing to do with intimidation during the course of the investigation. So that's just a very quick live. I want us to spare a thought for James Flynn this evening, and indeed Aaron, two young men who are incarcerated in the Irish prisons for crimes they physically could not have committed, and for crimes James Flynn has been completely acquitted of. And this is what we have been fighting this 4 or 5 years, and we will continue to fight. And if we continue to get the information from close to source, it'll greatly help Aaron's campaign. So thank you for watching this evening. Hopefully we'll have more information for you in the coming days. I think someone did ask, I think James is remanded until April the 10th. We were hoping that his legal team might put forward a bail application, but I don't think that's going to happen until after the 10th of April. So we'll see how that develops also. Sure. Lisa, thanks, Lisa. Thank you, Bernard. That's fine. Thank you all for interacting, and thank you for following Aaron's campaign. Please like, comment, and share. We really, really need people to share Aaron's campaign pages, and indeed, people must know what's happening with James Flynn at this moment in time. If it was happening in Putin's Russia or in North Korea, we are indeed, we have Irish envoys working, I'm sure, all over the world to seek freedom and to release people who are being illegally held in dictators and autocratic regimes. So we don't have to go that far to find regimes such as this. This is happening on our island. This is happening here on the island of Ireland. And every charge that James Flynn was brought back from UK to Ireland on, he has been acquitted of. I have to keep repeating that because it is so difficult for the general public to understand that. Well, if he was acquitted, why is he in jail? Exactly. That's everyone's automatic response when we speak to friends and family. So please like, comment, and share. Please share this story. Let people know the corruption and coercion and collusion that is taking place in the Irish state. Once again, thank you for watching. I'll ask you again, please like, comment, and share, and we'll bring you the new evidence and information we've received over the last 24 hours. So we're excited about that. I have to correlate it, and we'll see that in the next day or so. So thank you once again, and we'll speak at the next video. Like, comment, share. Thank you, folks.